Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some 1212 AD for you today, and we have a glorious 2v2 as we have a good old clash between Islam and Christendom. We have the Krasmarine Empire here, joined by the Ayyubid Empire, so we have two Islamic empires facing off against a Holy Order and also a Flemish kingdom or county. And yeah, we do have the Teutonic Order here. They're doing a bit of a sally out, but since changed their mind, it seems they are going to be, it seems, fitting inside the city. They're going to use the cab maybe defensively, I don't know, or maybe they're going to re-sally out a bit later. Then over here we do have the County of Flanders as well. The guys that founded the Kingdom of Christendom are now defending, I guess, maybe their own homeland. I don't know what the weird scenario is for this one. Maybe this is like somewhere in the Holy Land. You could argue a lot of Flemish troops fighting alongside a Holy Order in like the Teutonic Order. They were there. That's where they were established. I guess that kind of makes sense, maybe, with the Ayyubids here and the Krasmarines. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. But yes, we're back with some 1212 AD sieges, which is the most important thing. And yeah, it's good to be back playing this medieval mod. Hopefully we can get more for it. I really hope so. Recently we've had a lot of problems with 1212 AD. With like loading, like trying to get into like some scenarios done and some streams done. Not being able to get it done. I don't know whether there's an issue with a patch or something like that. I really do not know, but yeah, it seems like there's been a bit of a lack of 1212 multiplayer recently, I think because of that issue. But we have got one here, hopefully going to be a very fun, very close siege battle. We do have a great bombard here. Moving up, it's actually slowly destroying 4 towers, which seems a bit of a waste of its resources. They should really, I feel like, be destroying a wall. That's a much better use of resources. What are they firing at? Oh, they're destroying all the Bastion catapults as well. That must have been, I think it might have been that great bombard, or it could have been that one over there. I think it more likely was the Ayyubid one, I think. But yeah, it looks like the Muslim forces here are taking their merry old time and getting ready. They are really like slowly bringing down the walls. There's another great bombard here. My gosh, they are like stacking these things up. I don't know what the rules is for artillery, but typically it's usually 1 per team. But maybe they are bringing multiple. We've got Indian elephants here as well. We've got some interesting units on play here. Some big guns, quite literally, and then also, yeah, figuratively as well. So yeah, this should be very, very exciting. But yes, if you want to see more 1212 AD on the channel, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. I will try my best to get more 1212 AD on the channel, but if not, there is a good, I'm sure, few hundred videos I have done. If you're new around the channel and haven't checked out some of the older videos, I'd definitely recommend doing so as well. We've got some great historical battles we've done in the past, and there's also some great custom battles and sieges as well. We've got the Askari here, which is one of the great things for the Muslim factions as well. Is that you've got these hybrid infantry. You've got the foot boy in Nukaren, which I don't know if I've seen these guys before, or whether I just haven't seen the Krasmarine Empire often in place, why they never brought. They might be a new unit, I don't know, or like newish unit, or they might have been there all along, I don't know. The Krasmarine Empire rarely gets brought, put it like that. But we do also have Mamelukes here for the Ayyubids, which you do see plenty. Yeah, these are the sort of the backbone of any sort of Ayyubid army, the Mamelukes, and yeah, eventually they go on to sort of conquer and conquer the Ayyubid Empire for themselves and become the Mameluke Sultanate. But for now, they are slave warriors of the Ayyubids, and yeah, it looks like both sides are sort of merrily taking their time. I might make a quick cut for you guys because it does seem as though we're just going to have a big old bombard phase, and then. Yeah, once the Ayyubids and the Krasmarine Empire maybe start their sort of push forward, I will return. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Well, we are back, and it finally, after a little bit of bombardment and a little bit of confusing tactics, the Islamic forces are on the advance. And it looks like we've had some medium and spear infantry here. I think they've just been run towards the wall because they've activated the traps here, and it also looks like this artillery crew might have done a little bit as well. This great bombard, I believe, actually got as you can see here, got bombarded itself. Looks like it got taken out by arch towers or maybe artillery, enemy artillery, and actually did lose its bombard. So actually that unit still had ammo left to use, but they kept pushing it really far forward for some bizarre reason. And yeah, they lost out. And now actually we have County of Flanders selling out with sergeants Really odd. I would have just waited. I think the spears here were just waiting for their towers to arrive. But instead, Flanders is going to sally out, and he's going to clash down here at the foot of the walls. So here we get the first bit of engagement. It's actually going to take place outside the walls, and it's not a cavalry unit sallying out. It's infantry. Very, very odd, and Flanders is going to try and disengage, it looks like. Very, very odd. Yeah, I mean, he's going to lose men from doing this. But yeah, he did in fact try and disengage. The spears are trying to chase him down. Spears are now better than swords in 12-12 as well. So yeah, they have like better. Well, they have better melee attack. In most cases, yeah, they have better melee attack than a sword. But yeah, they try to disengage, and yeah, he just is going to fall back inside. Really odd, really odd. I guess maybe he's like, well, there's reinforcements in the way. I'm not going to win that fight, and it's probably the right thing to do. These medium swords coming forward with javelins, I'd just like to say as well. Actually, they're not jabbies, they're bows. So we have a hybrid bow unit here as well, but it's like and it is an actual bow unit pretty much. These guys have like full bow, like amounts of ammunition, and they're a sword unit. So we'll see how well they do. And then like the junior Gularmen have them as well, and well, like is a unit that's like this as well, and they're often used by like the Abbasids and like the Ayyubids, I think as well have them, but they're like a tier 1. These are a tier 3 variant, so yeah, we'll see how they do. But yeah, they have so many hybrid units now, actually, now I'm looking at it. They have, yeah, a lot of these guys. Hopefully they're not going to use them all as bows, and they are actually going to try and, like, just attack with them. We have a lot of swords here as well, actually, and shock landing. So yeah, hopefully they can deal with this. We'll see. This could be a bit of a Thermopylae incident of sort of like, you know, they're going to shower, they're going to block out the sun with the shower of arrows that come down here, because this is going to be probably insane. A big mistake, I think, by the attackers so far has been not to make a breach with all those great bombards, and they just destroyed towers is a bit of a waste. Towers in 12-12 are a bit of a pain, but they're not like the end of the world. You can just destroy a wall, which would be a much better idea, and get your men inside the wall a lot more effectively. But they're going to use siege towers. They're going to land those, by the looks of it, which might work as well. We'll see. We will see. I mean, certainly with the huge amounts of like range units they have, that's not going to be like a hindrance at all to them as well. They can just sit back if they want to, once they get inside, and just start to shower the defenders with arrows and make them come on the offensive. If I was the defenders, I would start to be aggressive with my Mitbruder here, and maybe my Grandmaster, but I'd certainly be aggressive with my Mitbruder and try and, you know, charge on some of these units. Maybe just get them off the towers, slow the offensive down a little bit. It looks like we are about to see men-at-arms go out the walls. Since these guys aren't Javies, this is actually not a danger. Like just shooting bows at Cav, it's going to take a little bit of time to do some damage to them. The men-at-arms are flying on out. I don't know if they're getting a great charge, though. They are getting in amongst the infantry here. And yeah, I don't think they have got a great charge. Well, they are losing decisively, actually. So, I mean, it just didn't look very effective, but it is now looking like it's been a bit more effective. The spear should really encircle this Cav and just get inside. But the Cav is, yeah, going to try and retreat. He's going to probably take losses, yeah, from his pullback here. It's a bit of a messy one as well, because he had to go through to get out. I don't know if that was really a smart idea there by the defenders sending out that Cav. I mean, I've got spears now for the Teutonic Order going out. They're really enjoying a bit of a sally out here, the defenders. I don't know what the plan is. Maybe to try and pin some of these units in place and then use the gunners on the wall might be a play. They need to get some guys onto the wall soon, though, if they're going to do this. But yeah, they're sending spears out the wall again. More sally outs taking place. And it's a second spear coming out as well. Really? Okay. Well, this seems like it's going to be a bit of a more of a committed sally than I expected. We also got crossbows ready. Yeah, the gunners need to get onto a wall, but I think they've realised they can't. Crossbows of St. George. It's a very cool unit here for Flanders. We've got gunners of St. Barbara. Yeah, they're loving their saints, these Flemish. And we've got this amount of men-at-arms. I'd be shooting that if I was the attackers. I'd be hitting that rather than the crossbows and the gunners. You're trying to hit these men-at-arms, get rid of the expensive shock infantry. It's going to carve up your men on the walls. They are nearly ready to land by looking at the Muslim forces here, but they're kind of holding back their towers ever so slightly. they get ready. But yeah, the sally out is continuing here. The spears, like I said, better than the swords, and the swords are being punished. I don't think it requires 2 units of spears though to defeat this. Now it looks like it's the Krasmarine Empire's time to try and withdraw units. I'm surprised they wouldn't just charge as well with their own general and just try to get rid of this. So what's going on with the ram? What is going like? Where are they going with this? They're trying to get it out the... I don't know if they're trying to get out the gate towards the gate or not. We've got some tier 1 swordsmiths and Schwertbruder as well coming out. It's just a huge sally out taking place here by the Teutonic Order, and this seems really, really bizarre. If they can get the general for the Krasmarine Empire, that would be pretty impressive. And they got him tied in combat, sort of. We've got Shock coming out as well, dismounted men at arms. What are they dashing for? Oh, here comes the cav. Here comes the Teutonic Order's cav. So there's just going to be a full send here by the Teutonic Order. They are going, like, out the gates, and that is it. And I mean, they go for the Tabardere. That's a good target there against the Ubers. I wouldn't attack any of these spears, though. These are not worth taking on. But yeah, this could be a great option. I mean, also getting the Great Bombard. I mean, they're going to go for a rear charge onto the spears instead. I just said that's not a great choice. I mean, they are going up the towers, I guess, so that might help. And they did get a rear charge, so maybe that will work. We'll see. But the Tabardere is going to get a charge off, and the spears are wavering. So yeah, maybe I don't know my stuff. Maybe that's technically a fair target to go for. Yeah, look at that. They are absolutely smashing those spears there, getting the rear charges. Now we've got charges here into the Tabardere. The Tabardere tries to pull back to try and, I guess, reduce losses. Not really worked. And yeah, the like sally out continues over here. This is actually getting a bit concerning here for the Krasmarine Empire. They're not really doing a lot about it. Dismounted Ritterbruder is trying to like fight amongst the look at this. The siege tower is pushing through the ongoing combat. They're like, yeah, just find us. Excuse me, coming through.
They're not done yet.
But yeah, the dismounted Ritterbruder there are going to carve through that infantry. And we've got a trebuchet back here. Yes, a lovely choice there by the defenders. Bringing trebuchet is a really good choice of unit break. Oh, cav is starting to die. I don't know if they're pulling through, pulling out the wrong way, or just staying in prolonged melee. But yeah, they are starting to die and pretty quickly. The general here also is starting to get a bit in a sticky position here. We've got more dismounted men at arms that have sallied out for Flanders out this way, and we've got crossbows coming out. I don't feel like they should be on the out here. Really odd sally out, really odd. Yeah, and I think the Mitbruder here, I think it's just been pulling through way too much, and that's what's going to get itself killed. Because they came from this way and they now came out the other way. Like, a player needs to learn that you lose more men by pulling through. You're better off just going back the way you came, or wait for infantry support, or get a good enough charge that you break the cavalry on one impact. There you go.
Flee the field of battle.
Grandmaster Bodyguard again, trying to deal with these this Great Bombard. I don't really know what he's doing there, and he's about to get charged here by Mushat Judd. There you go. I don't think I expected that. Grandmaster now in point melee against swords. He probably will. I don't know. 2v1, he might win this fight, but the swords did stop any sort of charge taking place. Artillery still flying in, but actually hitting. They're hitting, sure. They're hitting their own men. What is this artillery doing? Is he drunk? It's the Flanders trebuchet as well, so I don't know what he's doing. And then we got a sire on this side as well. I haven't even realised Flanders is side out here as well. Trying to catch his archers out. He's done it well, these archer hybrids. Caught them out. The cav really being ineffective, really being like not doing a lot. Very, very odd. Here come the elephants. Elephants with bowmen on the top, I guess. And we've got the general here engaged against the spears of the Teutonic Order. That artillery hit, but that definitely hit more Teutonics than it did general. The general here, yeah, the Tsar and rest of you, he needs to get out of here quickly. More and more Schwertbruder are sallying out. I mean, yeah, the Teutonic Order has fully gone for it. There's still some units here that have, it looks like they've landed on the walls. They're not then doing anything, these Turkmen Tabardere. I guess the player might be busy elsewhere not to realise that his Tabardere have landed there on the walls. It's got pole arms now coming out as the Teutonic Order, and more swords going back in. So maybe Sugiar just used the pole arms. They are going to get this general, though. The Sifasar and Resu could probably get out of there, but his swords and spears are in there supporting now. But maybe he won't. Maybe he won't go for it. Here we go. Cav now has engaged against dismounted men-at-arms here. I think they've actually got the charge on the Cav, though. But these ones here could rear charge and even up that fight quite easily. And yeah, they really need to do that, really. The Mamelukes here need to probably get in there amongst the infantry. And there you go, an enemy general has, well, an attacking general has died. So not an enemy general. An attacking general has died. That is the Krasmarine Empire without a general now. But also looks like the Teutonic Order sending in the Grandmaster and setting him in deep. And he could also break himself. He needs to be careful. The spear's in here. And yeah, look at that. The Grandmaster's now also in here. This seems like a... Yeah, there you go. He's also died as well now. So that's a general dead on both sides really early on. That's a big, big loss there. We've got crossbows of St. George losing on the wall here as the Krasmarine Empire does land in a few places. But, I mean, yeah, really the defenders should not have risked that general if they didn't need to. The Krasmarine Empire now, though, is in all sorts of trouble. And they've lost their the cav there, but the Gorchu's going to get into the back lines, and they didn't get a great charge. It's a hybrid shock cav. Not going to go and try to sell on the men-at-arms. I mean, prolonged melee, a shock infantry will do well against cav. All this cav here is just standing idly as the sword here actually beats a Mameluke in melee.
Our men are breaking off.
Very, very concerning. This player is, yeah, micro, I could say, could do with improvement. Why have we also got... What is going on? I hopefully these units aren't chasing down these spears. I really hope not. I hope that that was not a play. Okay, fair enough. I'm hoping the replay isn't bugged. Because that just seems really odd that a player would be like, I'll just leave those units to chase after them. But we'll see. And the top of the rear, yeah, trying to pull through. I mean, I feel like that's the sign of a bug, but we'll see. We'll see. Cavalry looks awesome, though. They really do. And they've actually broken. I don't know if that's because they pulled through or what. It just seems like it's got a bit messy this gate, that's for sure. And what is that that's going off? There's a mortar, I think, isn't it? Yeah, the Teutonic Order brought a mortar. And actually the Flemish have brought a trebuchet. So yeah, we've got a mortar now. And that'll be great for breaking morale of the Krasmarine Empire. It's definitely what it wants to go for. Elephants are, yeah, they pulled back, but they're taking losses. They're getting shelled, I think, by the mortar. That is a real concern. Looks like now, finally, the a Ubid player might be, you know, waking up a little bit, and he's actually going to sort of deal with this Flemish incursion. Though Flemish have still managed to rout another unit of Krasmarine swords. And actually, they've captured the gate here. Have the attackers. I've been busy with the sally out, not been looking what's going on the walls. They've actually done a really good job on the walls. They've claimed this whole stretch here. And now, all this cav, this Mameluke cav, its purpose is going to be to try and get inside. I mean, it just seems odd that they've ignored these units. I think there must be a desync for these units just to be here. But we'll see. I think there's been some sort of desync with the replay.
Men are running. Stand and fight, damn you.
But we'll have a look. Seems very odd with like the cav just ignored the swords there, but the cav has now got inside and it's charged into the back of pikes and spears. Really risky, but has actually worked really nicely. They've got a good charge there into those Swiss pikemen, and they're going to rout them, I think. And that's quite concerning that they're routing. Well, 60, I guess, maybe rear charge is quite devastating for a pike unit. But I mean, they have still got their general, the Flemish, and their units are routing. I'd say a little easily.
This is shameful.
Pole arms over here for the Teutonic Order, though. They are, yeah, they're starting away from break as well. This man of Ritterbruder here, fighting on. I don't know, some swords there. I think there's might be a little bit of a decent because there's some units here that are just standing around doing nothing, which is never a good sign. It seems to become a constant problem now with 12-12. Like, I love this mod, but it's got a lot of issues. Or maybe just been updated. But I didn't think it had been. I don't think 12-12 had much of an update recently. All students here, yeah, wavering now. Sergeants wavering. These guys are engaged as well against the hybrids, and they're starting to lose. Seems, don't know whether that's. I feel like the hybrids should beat those swords. And it looks like the cav has finally been repulsed. You can see the pikes here. Actually, still looking the wrong way, but they have managed to be repulsed. You actually got Mamluks firing to their back. You could do with pulling back those guys, the Flemish there. We've got Schwerbrüder here. Waiting patiently. But the sally has kind of worked. It actually did kind of work to their sally, even if it desync. We've got a bit of a desync here. I think it actually has worked. And actually breaking these units. And it seems like now the real push is coming around this flank here by the Mamluks, and it's getting into the units around here, like the pikes and the spears.
Our men run from the enemy.
We've got archers over here as well. We've got the foot boy Nakuran. And they are, looks like they're trying to shoot the gunners. I mean, the crossbows here could deal with them, or a general, to be honest. Like the Count of Flanders here could probably sally out and deal with them as well if you wanted to. The Mamluks here, they're just going to go back the way they came. Looks like they're going to deal with maybe troops outside the walls, or maybe they're just going to, I don't know. I don't know what they're going for. It's kind of hard to tell what the play was with like the desync. I mean, it certainly seems like the sally out was the play for the Teutonic Order, and it kind of looks like it might have worked because the Ubids all sent their troops round here to try and, you know, deal with the sort of like the assault here, because it seems like the Crusader Empire and the Ubids ended up just going this way. The Ubids kind of just got stomped on this far side here. I'd say most of these units here are re-rallied and routed, probably got defeated. The elephants might, I think, are still alive as well. They're still good to go. Yeah, so many units out here, I think, are just like desync. They probably got routed. Like this, like shock infantry here, that's like still at 100% of health. As a fighting cav, I think that probably got cycle charged probably to death. But we'll never know, I guess. That's the problem. There you go. Looks like the Footboy and Nukaran here. Yeah, I mean, they were beating the Bulgars, whether it's they're just pulling out, I don't know. But yeah, they are not wanting to sit in a prolonged melee, I would have thought. I mean, they're firing whilst in melee as well, which is not on. And yeah, the Bulgars pull through, so that's the sign that it's a desync, unfortunately. So yeah, we're just gonna fast forward now, and we'll just see what we get as a replay. I don't know if we're even gonna get end results or anything like that, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but it's still fun to show off a bit of 12-12 nonetheless. I think the attackers are gonna win by the looks of it. It looks like the defenders maybe have overcommitted. It's really hard to tell. Over here, looks like they've done a great job.
The men are running.
But they have got off the walls over here. But yeah, they're just pulling through a lot of units. Kind of a shame. I really hope 12-12 sorts out its mod. I really do. Like, it just seems like, yeah, replay-wise, everything seems broken. And then also, like, trying to get into a game, like a multiplayer game, seems like it's a real pain at the moment. Hopefully they'll sort it. Hopefully they will sort it. It just seems like they are really focusing on their campaign at the moment, and they've just kind of like neglected multiplayer a bit. And there you go. The Gorchu breaks there as it tries to get through the dismounted men at arms, and the elephants are getting stuck in once again. The Bulgars, I mean, maybe they're meant to deal with the elephants, but they pulled through quite a lot, so they probably lost most of their numbers, and the elephants are going to do the same to them. The Bulgars break like that, they are without a general anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But here goes the Indian elephants going on in. I guess if they stomp through the Flemish forces here, they could probably break them, and yeah, they're going through. I mean, these guys are allowed to pull through. They're in their right. They're an Indian elephant. That's what they do. Crusader Empire has no general though as well, so these guys break. Count of Flanders getting stuck in. Doesn't seem like that's the right move. Cav is not going to counter elephants well. Count of Flanders is now just going to instead go through onto the hybrids behind, which is just going to, if anything, make the situation worse because he's now surrounded by elephants and an infantry. The elephants are wavering, actually. I don't know why. Maybe archer towers? I'm not really sure. I like this like little keep at the end that we have here. It's very cool.
Enemy
It's
units
a very
have
cool like
returned to
end
the
like
battle.
final settlement. It's just a shame that it's desynced. It really is. And yeah, we got gunners, and it looks like also the crossbows are going to deal with the elephants there. Get rid of them. The general here is chasing down the Mamluk general. He's pulled through, but I think, like I said, it's just a sign of a desync at this point. So I think I'm just going to keep fast forwarding, and we'll see what we get as the end result, really. It looks like pikes and spears over here are finally breaking. More and more units landing on the walls. If I was the Khazarian Empire, I don't know what they did, obviously, in the actual replay, but I would have just been absolutely shooting to pieces the defenders. That they allowed you to bring like the hybrids, like this hybrid spam as well, is like once in a lifetime, because the players will quickly learn that this is not a fair thing, really. Like, these guys should also be capped, I think. You're going to bring like these swords with the bows. I don't know how accurate the bows are, but they seem like they're pretty accurate enough, especially shooting at like a pike. And if you bring in like 10 of them, like the Khazarian Empire has here, you'll hit stuff. And then you weaken your enemy, and then you go into melee against him. You win most of your fights. It's a pretty easy and effective way of winning a infantry fight. It really is. Elephants are still going crazy in there, by the way. They are routed, but they are still going crazy. And there you go. The general breaks for the county of Flanders. And yeah, we're going to see the pikes hold the ground here. The Swiss ones, along with the dismounted men at arms, against these foot like dismounted. Well, not dismounted. Sorry, hybrid archers. They should win that fight, absolutely. They're the pikes and the shock. Hybrid archers, I think, like the best way it used to be to beat these guys was shock infantry, because they beat like heavy range melee infantry, just beat other melee infantry, and spears didn't used to be as good. Maybe spears would be able to good counter now. I don't know. But once in melee, those guys were like absolute beasts. Everyone brought them for that reason. I mean, they still are a good unit to bring, because they are a melee unit. Once you're out of ammo, you just bring them and send them into melee. Spear sergeants winning on the wall here against swords. As I said, spears are just better than swords. That is the case now. Looks like, yeah, Spear Sergeants, they're going to die here on the walls. But it does seem gradually like the attackers are getting inside, and it looks like they would have, I think they won the battle. It's just a shame to see, like, yeah, decent, because it would have been interesting to see how this sally went. Like, this seems like get some good steam behind it. Actually seemed to be working. Whether the Khazarian Empire and the Ayyubids actually did defeat it, I don't know. They might have quite easily. But yeah, it's kind of hard. It's hard to say. It really is. But it's still fun. Still fun to check out the battle. And it is a beautiful mod. Like, the units and the design, all of them are great. They just need to do some fixing with the multiplayer. And good to see Flanders as well getting some love. Flanders getting some love is always good for me. Do like that faction. And yeah, reading a lot of Crusades at the moment. Those guys did a lot of Crusading. I bet this Cav's going to just pull all the way through these crossbows. Maybe not. Maybe he's actually going to engage them. No, there you go, pulls through. Like I said, just a good sign of a desync, which is a shame, because it seemed like it was going to turn into a very exciting matchup. What is the mortar firing at? It's firing at the Tabakaraya over there. There you go, a close victory. Apparently for the Ayyubids. I presume it maybe was. I don't know. But yeah, this is, I think, from King Kong's perspective, playing as the Ayyubids. The veteran Ghazi as well, so well done to them. We won't really have a great look at the units that unit kills, because they're pretty. Don't think they're that effective, because there was a desync. But well done to both sides, to RWX, Alp Arslan, King Kong, and veteran Ghazi. It was a fun fight for what we saw. Just seems like it's a bit of a desync, which is a shame. But it just seems as though the Islamic forces to go on and win the fight, which I would have said they were going to anyway. But yes, some okay-ish kills. If you want to have a look at these, you can do. I won't really like look into them too much. The elephant's got 127 kills, which is okay, I guess. But yeah, some decent kills there. I don't think anything got massive kills. Well, I don't know. Some of the Cav 171, Dismounted Ritter Bruder 229, General getting 219 as well. But yeah, not like an easy fight to go off how everyone did really with the desync taking place. But there you go, guys. A 12-12 battle in some way or another. The Teutonic Order does not seem to be able to save the Holy Land, unfortunately, and neither could the County of Flanders. But there you go. It does seem as though it's going to fall to Islam as it did in history. But yeah, if you did enjoy this battle and want to see more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and yeah, if you want to check out more 12-12 battles, check out the ones appearing on your screen now. There's some glorious ones there. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next medieval manic battle. Bye for now.